Welcome to your boy, P Funk Thinking Right YouTube channel. It's in effect, and pretty much I'm gonna lay out a few rules for you, which is 25 rules, rightisms, my concepts, my views, my thing. Tune in and check the boy out on a regular basis because I'm gonna be doing this on a pretty frequent basis now. Yeah, let's get this party started today with let me call this one spiritual lifestyle, the will of God. In everything that you hear me profess, God and the Spirit will be involved. That's all I deal with. That's who I deal with. And the reason why, I'm gonna let you know. Check this out. Now, in order to live a righteous life, your spirit has to be in the forefront. My spirit is my guide to righteousness, meaning my spirit guides me. My spirit tells me and steers me in the right direction. And we all have that gut. We all have that intuitive consciousness. But do you listen to it? Do you follow it? I give mine total control over what we do. Yeah, I turn it over. Man, God ain't my co-pilot. God is the pilot. I'm the co-pilot. I'm riding with him. This ain't my plan, homie. This is God's plan. Like my man said. All right, here we go. My spirit is truth, honest, and virtuous. That's my yacht. If you understand that and you live that, hence right living, hence my yacht. God's will. He put my yacht in place. So if you follow her, you follow him. Get it? Next one is my spirit keeps me loyal. Consciousness, understanding, and thinking. When somebody does something for you, when somebody gives you an opportunity or a situation that's going to benefit you, you should feel obligated to repay that favor by any means necessary. The mafia used it as a ploy. I'm going to do you a favor, you owe me one. If and when I call for my favor, you have to pay. No ifs, ands, buts about it. And sometimes it's a good deal because guess what? Sometimes it never comes to that. So you win. But if you make a deal, be willing to make good on the deal that you make. If they need something from you when they come, you got to acquiesce. Trust me on that one. It's important. My spirit drives me to be the best me I can be. All I want to do is his will. All I want to do is be the best I can be. That's his will for every individual. All you got to do is understand it and put it to use and live it. It's possible. I'm doing it. The last one is from this first five is my spirit is happy to be united with itself, me. Once you have the awakening, once you get the nihas, oh, you are so awake. You are so in tune. You are so ready to do what his will. I do it every day. It's a beautiful thing. Do my belief make me spiritual? Some of us think because we go to church every Sunday, oh, I go to church, oh, I'm a Christian, oh, I'm spiritual. No, you're not. Pump your brakes, slow down, and get a grip on what you think you are, and understand this. Your spirit is not religious. Spirit is just that, spirit. Religion is religious. It's a man-made concept. Man don't make spirit. So I don't worry about man's concepts. I worry about God's concepts. That's the ones I live by. Here we go. Next one is my spirit is not of male or female. It's androgynous. That means either sex, both sex. Got a little bit of both. Men, we got some female hormones in us. Women, you got male hormones in you. So we all that balance again. We back to my girl, Maya. Imbalanced. That means the spirit can't claim male or female. You can't claim the spirit is a man or a woman. We give God the male aspect. But guess what? The Egyptians gave Nu the female aspect. So it wasn't by himself. He didn't make this happen by himself. Remember the Nu and Ra to get together to create everything that's here. So untapped talent, the Nu, that's the female. That means you could get impregnated with what? Star childs, babies of God, human beings, God essence. That's the whole key. And the Egyptians manifested that. They produced it for thousands of years, on and on. When the other man came in and started changing things, now we get the watered down version. We got Christianity, we got Judaism, we even got Islam, you got Hinduism, you got Indian, you got Veda, all these different concepts of religion which man put forth to take care of man. I don't have a problem with religion. Don't get it wrong. I profess religions because I go to church with religious believers. If I got a friend that's in the Muslim Islamic belief, I will go to the mosque with him and pray to Allah and fellowship with the brothers and sisters in the mosque. If I had a friend that was a Jew, and I do, if he wanted me to go to the synagogue, I will get my little hat put on and fellowship with them. Why? Because it's all in the name of God. But what you call them by the name, Allah, Jehovah, Eliam, all these crazy concepts, don't care. If you're a God-fearing person, I can ingratiate you. I can deal with you. Why? Because our whole concept is based on God. If you believe in God, that means you're a good person, or try to be. So the faith in God, we can work. Next one is, my spirit is not it's not a mental thing. It's a real thing, feeling. I can feel the essence of God within me. Before I got the awakening, I had no clue. And that's why I know about most people. If you ain't feeling God, if you ain't understanding God, you can't feel him. He only gonna come, to those who live, do, and be according to what he think you should be doing. You can't get anointed by man. My preacher, my pastor, he can't anoint me. Comes from above. That's what's important. Your spirit is waiting to make itself known to any individual who wakes it up. He's waiting. He just like that snake or the bear. They said, don't poke the bear, don't poke the snake. Your spirit is within you. It's dormant. It's just relaxing, chilling, waiting to be poked and prodded to get an action. When I poked my spirit, he jumped up and said, okay, let's go. I got it. And he been driving ever since. I love that concept because if you really believe in powers that be, if you really a spiritual being, then your conscious will wake you up to what's going on inside you. That's God. It's a spiritual thing. I've been saying that for the longest. The last one is your spirit is your inner you. Bingo. God. If you don't know that by now, if you follow any religion, you might not get that concept because they don't preach it. They don't teach it. I'm telling you, God dwells within man and woman. If you put God anywhere other than in you, you're going to miss the boat. Let's move on. Now, praying don't make you spiritual either. Here we go. Well, I pray to God. Oh, I'm spiritual. Stop the nonsense. Listen to this concept. Because you say good words that make you spiritual? No. Because you thank the Lord and you say amen at the little prayer and you say, God, give me this, God, all this good stuff, that don't make you spiritual. It just means you practice spirituality. It doesn't make you spiritual. You saying good words, that means you know the words. If you acting on them and you put them into your life, now you become spiritual. That's what it's all about. Watch this. Because you claim to be spiritual, don't make you spiritual. Again, you don't claim it, you live it, you be it. It becomes part of you. If you want to claim spirituality, you can say it all you want. But if you ain't living it, it knows. Remember, that's God. He don't miss nothing. And he's already ahead of you. All you got to do is figure it out. Some of us won't. A lot of us hopefully will. And if you tune into me, I'm trying to help you get there because it's all for you. I got it. I've been there. I'm trying to explain to you. These are things you need to do to get where you like where I'm at or you think I'm somewhere you want to be. Follow me. I got you. And I know where to go. I know. I got the right. Trust me. Come on. I got you. Here we go. Now, because you go to church And praise God, don't make it spiritual. I go to church every week. I'm in a bunch of people, and everybody, claim they come there to get the word from my pastor, who's a good brother, God-fearing man, righteous living man. So I trust him with my spiritual knowledge and understanding from a religious concept. Again, I don't practice it. I fellowship. Why? Because those are people who feel the same way I do. They just go about it a different way. They call themselves Christian, and they use Jesus Christ as the Son of God. I'm understanding all of that. That's their belief. That's what they follow. I come in fellowship with them, so I don't contradict nothing they say. I go listen. I get my spirituality on. I get my knowledge from my brother. It lasts me for another week to come back and get something more. It's medicine. It's spiritual food for me. And the people who follow that concept, that's spiritual food for them. My pastor, he feeds his flock with spirituality from 1 week to the next. He keep it going. If you turn up every week, you'll get your message. You'll see it's the pattern he set for. I'm following it. I've been going about it now for a year. I learned more about the Bible from hearing my man on Sundays than I could ever get from reading it. So that part I understand. And if anybody's going to church, you should go for a reason. You're just going just to have people think you're spiritual. That's the part that I got a problem with. Because you go to church, that doesn't make you spiritual. I cry every week in church. That's spirituality. That's me. That's my spirit. It gets overwhelmed. I don't cry out of pain and sorrow. I cry out of joy. Those are tears of joy. Understand that. It cleanses the heart. It does the heart good. When you cry out of joy, that's cleansing. Trust me. Don't be embarrassed. Oh, I don't want nobody to see me cry. Man, not that nonsense. Spirit don't care. Trust me with that one too. Now, because you pay tithes to the church, don't make you spiritual. Just mean you paying the bill to the church to help it run it. I understand the purpose of tithes, okay? The church needs to function. Your tithes helps that happen. You're a member of the church, then you saying you're going to give 10% of your earnings to help the church support itself. I ain't got a problem with that. If you got that kind of money to give to the church, by all means, help the church. I would love to give more. I give what I got. God knows that, so I ain't got a problem with that. Let me give you a little quick story. I was over in the House of God over in Brooklyn, New York, a few months ago. I'm sitting in the front row because I'm with all the dignitaries, all the doctors and the elders and the bishops, and I don't know how I end up in that front row, but yeah, that's where I'm sitting with a bunch of people, dignitaries. So when they started making an announcement from people traveling, Jersey in the house, yeah, we representing all that, okay. So they started asking for the offering. Now I'm sitting here, I got $9 in my pocket. The first offering they said they were going to take up was a minimum of $10. I'm sitting there feeling real bad, feeling somewhat embarrassed to God, which I know was in me. I'm feeling real bad. I can't give them what they asked me for. Then it hit me. I had an epiphany. This ain't God's money. This is for the church. You give them what you can give them. Don't worry about that. I had an epiphany right then and there. I gave them a couple dollars. I put a couple dollars back in my pocket for me. Now, Lord don't need money. I know that, but the church do. I'm going to give you what I could. But the point of it is, if you're a tither, that means you believe in the church that you tithe to. That means you want the church to prosper because you're going to give them X amount of money to help them do what they got to do with it. As long as the church is doing the right thing, as long as the people that's in the church are taking care of it's supposed to be, that's all good. But we know all the churches ain't based on doing the right thing. All the people who run the churches ain't into doing the right thing. So you got to pick and choose what's best for you. Where I go, CCOG, Community Church of God in Christ, we're good. Why? Because the people that run it are God-fearing people, honest and good-doing people. So it ain't about, we ain't got a whole bunch of money. We got a little church, but the spirit that's in there on Sundays, everybody I bring to church with me, the spirit makes them get up and give thanks to my house. I appreciate that. I respect that because that's how it's done. When the spirit hits you, it lets you know. You don't control that. It controls you. I love it because everybody that come. Me and my mom was in there last week having our moment. This week, I went back. One of the people who didn't show up last week, so I heard about you and your mom had the whole house up in here in tears. Yeah, because we showed love to everybody. We shared a moment with everybody. I had no shame in it at all. Cried like a baby. Didn't care. But I'm with my mom, so we good. She cried, I'm crying. We just had a cry fest. but it felt so good. Try it. It's a good thing. Spirituality wakes you up, picks you up, it keeps you going. That's what it's all about. That's what you reach for within yourself. That self-integrity, that fight that's within us, that's God. Some of us are a little stronger, some of us take a little while to figure it out. But it's still God. It don't change because you don't know who he is. Don't mean he don't know who he is. He knows just who he is. You need to wake up and find out who he is within yourself. The last one here says, because you claim a religion, don't make you spiritual. If you calling Allah, that don't make you spiritual. You calling Jehovah, that don't make you spiritual. You calling Yahweh, still ain't spiritual. Doing his will, acting on his will make you spiritual. Waking up inside you will make you spiritual. I got to pick the pace up. Here we go. Are we all spiritual beings? Yes. Spiritual beings are awakened totally to who they are. That's the nihas. That's the spiritual awakening that every individual needs to go through in order to find God within themselves. Spiritual beings are anointed. They have reached nihas. They've achieved nihas, spiritual awakening within self. They know that consciously they are God, spiritual beings with immortal essence. That's God. Spiritual beings are right thinkers. I know y'all. Good job. Spiritual beings are God's children. We all are. Not just one begotten son, I ain't going there, but we're all God's children. That's all you need to understand. Spiritual beings are born leaders. Personally, I'm a quarterback. I'm a thinker. I like to take my guys and do what I need to do, tell everybody what to do. If you're a leader, lead by example. Don't lead by a bunch of jibber jabber. Trust me. What can spirituality do for me? Good question. Your spirit is your gift from God. Your spirit is God. Your spirit is what your mind has to marry for you to have complete bliss, contentment within oneself, peace of mind within oneself. That's what God's all about. Your spirit is what your spirit needs you to be you, your spirit to exist. If you don't know who you are, you're not spiritual. If you can't conceptually understand what's going on within you of God, you're not spiritual. God, waking up to God makes us spiritual beings. Understand that. Last one is, your spirit is your life. Use it. It's yours. Use it because you choose to. Use it for the benefit in which it's intended. God-like understanding is for every human being. Become God. I did.